I feel like growing up, man, the spirit of adventure that we have within us, it gets destroyed. Like, you grow up when you're little, your parents be like, oh, don't touch this, don't touch that. Excuse me. And of course, it comes from a good place. They're trying to not have you hurt yourself. But then somewhere you register, like, I feel like there is this one group of people, I forget what the name is, Russians, Russians, something like that. But they used to say like that the first 7 years of your life is where you get imprinted by how the world is, and within these first 7 years you almost take in so much that it's really hard to reprogram it later on. Rosicrucians, that's the word, I think. But yeah, so just like you're growing up, you're told to not do this, not do that, and then you go to school, and then now you're having to sit in a closed room, um, in a very confined environment, and you're being told to do very particular things, very orderly things, and you're being taught something, and then now the standard response, you're expected to come back with the standard response. You're asked to make a drawing, a painting, something like that, and then everybody's sort of defaulting to this one thing that everybody's being taught to do, like a house. I don't know, man, just like a house or a river or a mountains or something. Like, you're being taught to draw something, and then literally everybody just drawing the same exact thing. Like, you're defaulting to very set criteria, and somewhere in all this, you're losing a part of yourself, and you don't even recognize it until it's too late. So in exams, you're supposed to come up with these answers that you've been taught, and that is the only way to think about things. God forbid if you have some ideas of your own. Yeah, no, 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 thank you. Just stick to whatever's the safest route, and everything will be good and dandy. That's the sort of template that is being plastered upon literally everybody, and uh, it's just crazy, man. You lose a part of yourself, right? But anyway, fast forward 10 more years, you go to college, and now it's literally like, you have to act a certain way, you have to shape yourself a certain way to get employment. If I mean, God forbid you decide to be candid or casual about things, they deem you as a risk. If you're not following the script, if you're not following the template, yeah, you're just too much to take on, and you can kiss goodbye the sort of dreams that have been sold to you so far, the high money that comes with like good prestigious jobs and such. Yeah, you can just kiss them goodbye, because you decided to not stick to the script. You decided to follow your gut instinct, and all I'm trying to say is like, the more you live life, the more you start deeming your own inner self as some sort of liability. No, almost like you have to kill a part of yourself to succeed in the traditional way. But what do you do, man? Like, what do you do if you actually feel like you have something so profound to offer, but you never got to cultivate that gift? What if you just never got to cultivate that gift, but you know for a fact that, oh, what do you have to say? You just have to say it, man. It's almost like this yearning, this longing that you have to be in front of so many people. You have this something of value that you don't even know in its entirety yet, but you just know it. But yeah, like, because of all this tradition, so much banal, I don't even know, indoctrination, I guess, you don't get to cultivate yourself properly, and then you kind of fade into nothingness over time. And today, what I'm trying to do is invite you to not fear life, and actually walk that path where you trust your inner calling, you trust your gut instinct. Like, when was the last time you actually did something that you wanted to do? I mean, given that you have the soul and the energy left for it after every exhausting thing that you have to do. Just if you've taken up a full-time job right now, if you're in school, whatever it is, like, once you're like I feel it's by design almost, like there is no energy or so left in you by the end of the day, and then it's just such a difficult thing to even go out for a run or go to the gym. Like, I mean, for people who have been able to take up these things in a structured manner, I mean, it's a blessing, really. But for those who are left out, maybe you should prioritize these things, because it's really important. The others, the other things, they can just fade away over time, but the sort of vehicle that you're getting around, this vehicle made up of flesh and bones, like that is the one that you must really take care of. But somehow I feel like we ignore it so easily. Like that is the last thing on the to do list somehow. So yeah, maybe that is something that can be changed. And just don't fear life, though. Like, explore as much as you can, and whatever inner calling you have, just cultivate it. Just let it grow. It's almost like we self sabotage so many times now, given the learned response we have in us, due to the conditioning of society. But just I feel if you're watching this video by some reason, because of some reason you stumbled across this thing, and maybe life is trying to nudge you to this one thing where you start cultivating this inner voice, this inner gift that you have. And I mean, what are the odds, right? Like, what are the odds? Like, there's literally so many people posting stuff on this platform, and then you are somehow the one who's coming across it. Well, right now, I mean, it's not like I'm even that big of a thing on YouTube. Who knows if I ever will? But I mean, if you came across this message, just don't discard it. Just consider it. That is all I'm trying to say. But yeah, that is pretty much all I had to say for this one, I guess. Maybe if there's something in particular that you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. I'm not sure. I feel like I have I have sporadic bursts of energy where I just go ahead and record these things, put it up. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just following my instinct, and maybe it'll just grow into something pretty large eventually. Who knows? I'm just taking a chance, and that is exactly the sort of thing I'm inviting you to do. But hey, again, that's what's up for this one, and hey, see you in the next one. Okay.